Alright, fourth time's a charm trying to make this video. Apparently, things I try to implement and tested, I didn't test right or implement right. Alright, so here's my video for Deliverable 5. It's a showcase kind of the things that we're looking for. Uh, Alpha version to test, finalized game title, art assets complete. Still a little bit working on that, but we're almost there. I just haven't implemented this stuff. Audience behavior is completed. Yep, that's all done. And I think we're pretty good on this one too. Um, so here we go. Show it off a little bit. All right. So you are met with a menu when starting the game. This is your level up menu. You are presented with two random abilities from our list of abilities. Uh, I think there's 5 total abilities. You get 2 random ones per level up. You get to choose only 3 abilities, but as you level up, you can level up your abilities, and they level up in different ways. Like lightning bounces to one more target. A void ball has another like void string to it. Fireball, it gets progressively bigger as you level it up. Spear, it duplicates itself. So level 1 spear, uh, shoots just one spear. Level 2, 3, and 4, it starts making a little arc as you shoot out. Um, and then let me get to let's do void ball. And then as you get to level 2, you get another option. Um, Hold on real quick. You see this our background, our nifty new background. Looks pretty cool. See, and then you get a third option. That's always going to be there. I felt like it was a little too punishing. If I know other roguelike games have the like you get what you get, but here I kind of want a bread and butter kind of good choice to make, which is you could increase the player's damage they do across all abilities. So if you don't want to upgrade Void Ball again, and if you don't want Lightning, then you can just choose player upgrade. Kind of funny how we just got the same thing twice. Let's do Lightning. Okay, so there's also things that I don't tell the player, that I will not tell the player, and that's that all abilities have like a range to them, except for Puddle. The Puddle always will drop, but for this one, because the room is so big, I think it's like 5,000 by 5,000 pixels, and enemies can spawn anywhere on the map. I should have I was thinking about making it like a proximity thing, like close to the player. Like they can only spawn like X amount of distance, but I have it throughout the whole room. So I just felt like that was better, you know. Yeah, you're just chilling, killing some mobs, and all of a sudden a whole swarm of enemies start coming at you, and you're like, oh, wow, how'd this happen? And it's because they've been spawning all the way at the bottom of the map, and you don't even know it. Uh, so, uh, yeah, so let's continue here. Pretty much everything scales with the game, including acquiring experience. Um, I didn't want the player to think like, oh, it's taking forever to level up now. I mean, it's like it does as you level up, it does like take longer, but the gems also scale with time. I didn't want the player to be too punished there. Um, Lightning. I really like. I don't think lightning is that good, but I think lightning is the coolest because of how I implemented it. What you're seeing with that string coming out of them is just one 64 by 64 sprite being replicated to an enemy, and then from that enemy it chooses another enemy randomly within a diameter of 1080 pixels. So within this range, it chooses. It also from that enemy that it chooses another random enemy within that frame too, not just the player, but the first enemy that it hits, it chooses another one. So it draws a bunch of sprites to there, making it look like a lightning bolt string thing, another string, and so they're all connected, having this really cool effect. And how it was a little challenging um, implementing the damage because for a split second after you draw and then you do the damage, uh, or if you try to do it all at once, sorry, if you try to do it all at once, it ends up like hitting like a bunch. I was having some problems there, but then I ended up making an array that kind of just gathered everything that it was going to hit, and then it drew everything, and then after like I don't know, like a split second, like 5 frames or 5 cycles, it finally does the damage. Oh, yeah, here's my boss. I love this guy. Giant bat thing, which will probably be something else later on. He throws the spawning circles at you. So if you don't get rid of him quick, he's just gonna the amount of mobs that are hitting, it's just gonna be crazy. Mob got to me. It made the player a little bit faster. It feels a lot better with the player being faster. I need spear right now. Come on, come on, die, die. Oh no. This game, kind of proud of. I'm happy of how a couple of things I've implemented. I think they're pretty cool. And now after the boss died, I was about to add another boss. But actually, I was gonna start summoning the first boss. I think that this one summons at around a minute. Next time I do this, it's gonna be at around 3 minutes. I think 3 minutes will be fair. 1 minute's a little harsh because of what he does. Just starts throwing the summoning spears at you. Um, spear. I hopefully made it to the point. The amount of mobs that spawn, the amount of circles that spawn, and the mob health all scale with time. So as time goes on, things get more and more difficult. So you gotta kind of like decide, oh, do I want more spears? Do I want more? Do I want to start stacking player damage? Eventually, this isn't gonna be enough damage. Like it's just right now you're doing okay. Eventually, you're gonna get overrun if you're not careful. Actually, a really good run. Actually, not yet. I've made it to like scale 8. You can see down here, the corner. I gotta fix this, but this tells you like what the room is scaled at, what your total damage is so far, and your damage per second is. Let's go lightning. Try to bring the mob away from that giant gem pile. Right now everything's pretty good. Stuff spawning. Screen. Out of my viewport, the cam. I think the DPS meter reevaluates itself I think it's every 10 seconds, I think, something like that. 5-10 seconds. So that we get an active, you're aware of when you're constantly updated after your upgrades and stuff. So you kind of just like monitor how your build's going. Thought that was a little. I like giving the user maybe a little bit more information than I should. But I'm a numbers guy. I love numbers. I love messing with numbers. I love just weird stats and stuff. Um, like if I had more time with this, I would implement Just weird stuff like how many times did you hit the S key? Uh, how many times did you like do W and D together? How many times did you I don't know, just stuff like that, just weird stuff like, oh, hey, how long did you spend in this quadrant? The amount of distance that you moved, right? I would have like some kind of like I would have to figure out how much is a foot in here or a meter, and then I would implement some kind of like tracking method that tracks how much you've moved. You know, yeah, this thing's going along rosy. I can't wait to get the new mobs in here. I'm kind of a little surprised on how much I'm enjoying this. All right, eventually, I would keep on going. I actually do like this, but I do want to show you guys the death screen. So it gives you a bunch of little information. I gotta get rid of this time thing. Um, tells you the amount of enemies killed, um, and then the amount of damage each of your abilities did. So spear kind of carried. Lightning did a lot. There's a lot more than expected. And Void's a good starter. It doesn't really skill that well. Well, I didn't really upgrade it to be honest. The more strings means the more invisible string things it could drop, which means the more damage you could do. So I really didn't. It did a lot of damage for what I gave it. All right. Thank you very much, and have a good day.